Hey there, Michael Stack here, CEO of Amaxx. So it was a pretty exciting weekend for my family, a landmark weekend, if you will. I worked with and taught our 5-year-old daughter, Emma, the third of our 4 children, to ride a bike. Now, if you think about this process and this challenge of learning to ride a bike, it's one of the first accomplishments in a child's life that they have to do all on their own. They have to feel that balance. They have to figure it out. They have to work through that challenge to overcome what feels like a major obstacle. Kind of sounds a lot like the process organizations go through when they're looking to reform their work comp program. You start at the bottom. Your work comp program feels like it's a total disaster. Things are off the track, fraud is out of control, litigation rates are extraordinarily high. And to get to the end of the rainbow, where it's a well-oiled machine, working like clockwork, and you're creating these great outcomes for your injured workers and drastically reducing your work comp costs. So what I want to talk with you today is a 2-step process that works to teach a child to ride a bike and works in our work comp adult organizations looking to overcome this major obstacle. So first step that I want you to have as you're approaching this very difficult and very challenging obstacle of reforming your work comp program is to have a can-do attitude. Have a can-do attitude. Very, very rarely where you get the 100% buy-in from your senior managers. Because have you met Sue? Have you met Jim? Have you met John? Whoever it is that senior manager that's very difficult, that isn't on board with this idea of reforming your work comp program, they're never going to give you that 100% buy-in unless they can see the proof. So while you can't have that 100% buy-in, what can you get approval for? What small piece can you start to get that buy-in to start to build that momentum? Have that can-do attitude, not for what's not approved, but for what that small thing is that can be approved. Maybe it's just getting an employee brochure started and getting that deployed within your organization. Because when you do that, now you can go on to step 2, which is to feel success. Feel what success feels like. Prove to your organization that you can be successful in this. The very first and most important step in teaching a child to ride a bike is to have them feel that balance for themselves. The very first and most important step in teaching a child to ride a bike is to have them feel for themselves that they can balance, even if it's just for a foot or 2 or for 3 feet. Because now they can start to build on the momentum and they believe in their ability in order to get it. That same theory applies here. You need to build that momentum to feel for yourself as an organization that this system can work for you. Sure, it's worked for hundreds or thousands of organizations, but can it work for you? You need to prove that to yourself and feel that success. So when you get that employee brochure deployed, you can now start to set those expectations for your employees. You could start to change some of the mindset. You could start to have this system, the very first part of it, start to work and feel the success of improving the outcome for the injured worker and starting to lower your work comp costs. When you feel that first momentum, when you have that can-do attitude, you take that first step, now you're ready to take the next step. And you continue to build on that momentum, and you continue to take those steps all the way down to get to the end of the rainbow. Again, I'm Michael Stack, CEO of Amaxx. And remember, your work today in workers' compensation can have a dramatic impact on your company's bottom line. But it will have a dramatic impact on someone's life. So be great.